going on, Consciouztv? It's your favorite breakdown commentator. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. You already know what we're here to get into. Before we do so, please go ahead and run those likes all the way up. We need all the likes, all the likes, all the likes, whether you part of the replay gang, active with me in real time, or you are a Bush baby. Please run me those likes. We need all of that. Y'all know that YouTube be playing on our head top when it comes to notifications, etc. So thumbing up the video, it don't cost you nothing. Don't be a weirdo. Don't be a hater and click that like button. Also, if you enjoy the platform and everything that the King does, you can also show some monetary love. The Cash App, $Consciouztv, and or paypal.me/Consciouztv. Conscious spelled with the Z on the end, just like it is here on the platform. All donation information and social media handles are in the description box below. Instagram, Patreon, etc. Last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a where you lay the link. Just let them know that we're live, and we're certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? Happy Wednesday. Let me speak to all the Conscious Crew in the building. Hey, everybody. What's going on, my baby mother, King, Goddess? Hey, love, Grand Rising. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Auntie Trish. What's going on, Queen B More? Hey, Lisa. Hey, Moon Witch. What's going on, Throne 474? What's going on, Sheila? Hey, Ian Gardner. What's going on, Karen? Hey, Jackie. What's going on, Ambi, Tracy? Hey, Nurse Moonshine. Hey, Boo. What's going on, Yolanda? Hey, Arenda. Hey, Apple Source. Hey, Adora. What's going on, Fashion Films? Thank you so much. Hey, Sin. And shout out to my baby mother, Sabra, for the nasty piece of child support check for all of your hard work. Thank you so much, baby mother, Sabra. Love you long time, baby. Love you long time. Y'all know all donation information is in the description box below. So we got a few things to get into, y'all. I am very upset. What's going on, Carlid? Hey, y'all. What's going on, Carblanco? Hey, boo. I love that name, Carblanco. Very gangster, very murderous, child. We got a lot to get into. You guys know I was in Philadelphia for a week. I had a out of this world experience on edibles, so I just been recovering. You know, I was probably getting no more than 3-4 hours worth of sleep for an entire week while I was in Philly. We was getting up early. There was a lot going on. The edible experience, girl, took me all the way out, traveling through Philadelphia airport. It's just a lot of movement. Then I came home and jumped right into unpacking all of my crap. And of course, I pack and travel like a woman. So my luggage was literally overweight. It was extremely overweight. So I had to pay $100 to get them to put that big bitch on the plane. Honey, that lady said, you know, we could get it down to 75 pounds. I said, no, ma'am. I'm going to need all the glory I came with to Philadelphia with. I'm going to need all the glory to go home with, honey. Just go ahead and run that card. Run that card, baby. I'm going to need all of that. Okay? I don't care whether the plane tilt. I don't care whether we flying sideways as a result of me having 200 pounds worth of clothes and my carry-on, baby. I don't care whether the plane is going to be leaving skid marks on a runway and fire, going to be blasting out the back of the tail, girl, just from my luggage alone, girl. Run me my luggage, honey. I'm going to need all of that, Miss TSA. I'm going to need all of that, girl. I was willing to take the whole plane down, honey. All 254 passengers, girl, on TW9, honey. Wet me, honey. I'm gonna need all that. So, I was tired, y'all. I've been tired, so I've been recuperating and just getting back acclimated. But now that I'm home, StreamYard is now acting a plum fool. I know y'all don't know this side of StreamYard, but they've been like implementing all these little features, which are cool and cute. But every time they do something, they also like tear something out of the frame. So now, for whatever reason, I can't share my screen. Every time I go to share the particular tab where all of my tabs are, you guys know I'm visual. I like to show you guys what I'm reading. I like to pull up websites or at least have an image up on the screen. But it won't even let me share that. It will allow me to share every other tab except the ones that I need. So before I went live, I was over here trying to just go into my settings, etc. Everything looked fine in my settings. So I called Storm and Rome. It's like, is StreamYard giving you any issues? He said StreamYard been tripping. They've been doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, etc. He been having some audio issues with his StreamYard. So I'm assuming that the issue is on StreamYard's part, which is crazy to me because I personally pay $100 a month for StreamYard alone. We are able to have all these little panel discussions and everything because of StreamYard. And I pay their highest tier for their HD. I think they give you like a 11 or 12 person panel, so I pay for the full gusto. So for me to be paying $100 for StreamYard and I can't even share my screen and there's all these technical issues, girl, I'm about to be in my Karen bag by the end of this day, girl. They about to get an old nasty piece of Republican ass email from me. Trust and believe, girl. Before the clock strikes 12, Cinderella would have reclaimed her glass slipper, and the high priestess will be hearing from me because we trying to make it make sense, girl. That's way too much money to be coming out for software that is not competent and doing what needs to be done. So we won't be having any visuals. You guys are just going to have to listen real closely to the way that I'm describing things. And hopefully, y'all will know what I'm talking about. But, it definitely just makes doing my show just a little bit harder because I just can't show you guys what I'm reacting to. So until I figure all of that out, there won't be no visuals. I'm not even able to share it. I even tried to I said, okay, since I can't show the actual stories, let me at least do a picture lineup, because you guys know sometimes I'll do the pictures. I'll reference Tamar, I'll reference everybody visual. Child, it won't even let me share an image from my desktop. It won't even let me show a compilation of selfies, girl, from these people. So she ain't pushing through at all. Not at all. So no visuals, but let's go ahead. Hold on. Let me try one more time. Let me try. Now that we live, let me see. Let me see, honey, if some magic can happen. Nope. It says the browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see if this continues. And it doesn't. It lets me share every other screen except the one that I need. This is absolute nuts. Let me see if I can share a picture. Nope. Can't share a picture either. It's saying the same thing. This is wild, child. A mess. What's going on, Moon Witch? Hey, Tamika. So, first thing we got to get into, y'all, is Miss Tamar Braxton, Tony Braxton's baby sister, okay, the gutter snipe, as Iyanla would call her, girl. Tamar Braxton done wrote a whole Dr. Martin Luther King speech on Beyonce's internet on yesterday, claiming that she woke up in a pool of blood and she missing teeth and veneers and her forehead has widened, child. Shout out to my baby mother Amber for the nasty piece of child support. Thank you so much, baby mother Amber, who says, thanks for all that you do. Thank you so much. You guys are definitely encouraging the cane, baby, okay? Just making me feel real good about these StreamYard struggles we got going on, okay? Thank you, baby mother. All donation information, you guys, is in the description box below if you want to bless the king on this hump day. Love you long time and bless you all. So Tamar wrote this on her Instagram story. I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with the face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. Fractured my nose, lost some teeth and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me, for real. I don't even know what happened to me. I don't know whether Tamar met up with Nicki Minaj and they just had a cocaine Wednesday or had a cocaine Tuesday. It's given that she got a visit from the alleged cocaine Barbie herself, girl. And, they played in Barbie's dream house and they played in Barbie's fairy dust, girl. Okay, it's definitely giving ski scope. Hold on, not ski fucking scopes. Ski scopes on the summer girl. Okay, Tamar Braxton is giving Christina Aguilera. It's giving a cocaine overdose girl. It's giving ice. It's giving crystal meth, honey. I don't know what Tamar Braxton got cooking. I don't know what the hell she done cooked up with Todd and then came down to us here with. But what I do know is that it is given that Tamar Braxton is trying to groom us and prep us for the new cosmetic surgery. She don't want us to think she intentionally went and had at her big old age. Because y'all know Tamar Braxton been trying to pretend for the last year to be on this holier than thou, living out of my higher self, law of attraction. I'm floating on a cloud. I'm a new skinny woman. Bullshit, okay? So her getting cosmetic surgery would not be congruent with the public narrative she's been trying to sell to us about, living in her authentic self. So now that bitch done went down there to Dr. Miami girl and got her a new pair of gums and then got her some new nostrils, girl, and then got her, a hairline procedure done. And she wants us to believe, girl, that those were all the corrective procedures that were had to repair the injuries from this opaque, mysterious blackout she experienced, girl, where she done hit the floor harder than this, baby. Okay? Baby, now this is a cute little cop-out to run away from that cosmetic surgery, Tamar girl. But you a grown woman, honey. Just be a woman about it. If you wanted a new nose, girl, that's all you had to say. Huh? If you wanted new eye sockets, that's all you had to say. If you want to have your cheekbones, boo, that's all you had to say. You ain't got to come down here and lie to Kiki Craig. You ain't got to lie to Kiki, girl. Okay? Now, if you ain't on drugs, you ain't no epileptic ass patient, girl. You don't suffer from no epileptic ass seizures. I don't know why you need a story this big. Why you need a story this big and tall, girl? Just so that you can get a new face. So just so that they can snatch your bike. It's all right. I don't appreciate how big the lie had to be. Like, we just supposed to believe you was over there praising Jesus and singing some old ass hymns from some 1995 ass Tony Braxton songs, and you just blacked out and injured your mouth and injured your nose. Injured particularly all these places you already done had surgery in. That's what's fascinating to me about the points of tension on her face that were injured. Is that they happen to be the same aspects of her face that she's already had work done on. You just magically, bitch, just twirled on off and fell to your death, girl. Okay, now she's gonna be coming back with a full-on face brace, neck brace on, 3 months worth of swelling, looking like Jada Pinkett Smith, girl. When y'all see the new Tamar, it's gonna be giving red table talk, boo. She got on her red table talk face, girl. Okay? She done went down there to Dr. Miami, got her a double BBL. She got him to fill in her bald spot with all her non-existent alopecia at. That doctor done lowered her baby hair ratio to her eyebrows. Okay, her nose gonna be a bit more pinched. Okay, cheeks a bit more pinched. Lips a bit more pinched. Because it's either that or Nicki Minaj came down there with the Christina Aguilera girl and it was a Cocaine Tuesday. It's either secret cosmetic surgery, facelift was done, and this here is an excuse and a scheme that her and Todd came down here to Beyonce Internet with to give to us, or Onika and Kenneth done visited the women's shelter she been living out of ever since her white cane left her ass to be robbed blind by all those Atlanta teenage criminals who had taken all of her panties and taken all of her goddamn swap meat clothing out of the back. That they took her spoons, they took her headache medication, girl. They had done jacked up the damn emergency brake on the SUV. They caught everything on camera. Okay, so either Onika and Kenneth visited, baby, and things got real dark real quick, or baby, this is a bullshit excuse to hide the new face lift, girl. Push through, Jada Braxton. Push through, girl. Okay? I'm just going to start calling Tamar Braxton Jada Pickett Braxton, girl. Jada Pickett Braxton, girl, said that she done woke up without teeth, woke up without a nose, woke up without her face undone in a pool of blood, girl. And tell the people, Jada Pickett Braxton, where you woke up in a pool of your own blood with. At the doctor's office. Tell them where you woke up at blacked out. Tell them where you woke up injured at, baby. At the cosmetic surgery office. At a Beverly Hills cosmetic surgeon's facility is where you woke up with your teeth hanging out of your mouth and blood dripping out of your face, baby. Okay? I don't appreciate the lie being this damn big. You do not have to lie to kick it, Craig. So y'all keep Tamar Pickett Smith in your prayers, girl. She gonna be on the sick and shut in list. And mark my words, baby. That bitch face gonna be looking higher. That bitch face gonna be lifted higher than a tropical storm, girl, over the Caribbean. When it's all said and done, girl. I'm looking forward to these after pictures, girl. Okay? We're gonna be talking all about it, girl. So send light and love, girl, to Tamar Pickett damn Smith. Now, speaking of light and love and the sick and the goddamn shut-in list, y'all. Our auntie, y'all favorite auntie, Monique, baby, is still standing on big business. And by business, I mean Tyler Perry's neck, okay? She sat down with our baby mother, T.S. Madison, and reiterated how she's going to need Tyler Perry to run her coin, or at the very least run her apology, or he can smash them both together and run her a coin, which can be interpreted as a goddamn apology for damn near blackballing her and costing her and her husband and her children to have to end up on SNAP benefits because he wanted to gang up with Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry when she refused to continue to do free work on top of already doing her friend Lee Daniels a big-ass favor and taking a pay cut to do Precious with, baby. All right, check out this audio excerpt from T.S. Madison's recent interview with Monique herself.
Entertainers in the world is Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry told a lie on me. And that lie cost me 12 years of my career. 12. And I know that you work for that man. But as I told you before, and I'm going to say it again, until he fixes it, I will not stop. Because that's how the monster is created. We're too afraid, we're too scared, we're too fearful that you're going to take something from me. So I'm just not going to say anything. Harvey Weinstein is where? He's in jail. And that's been going on for decades. But everybody said, let it go. Don't say nothing, which allowed that man to do more damage to women over the decades. As long as I can help it, I'm saying, Tyler Perry, you will not do this to another as long as I can help it because you told a lie. And you feel like you have. So how you deal with the lies and the stories and all the stuff that people put? Because I'm growing into my star. You've been a star way longer than me. You know, one of the biggest entertainers in the world. But I'm not going nowhere. Oprah, I'm not going anywhere until y'all take accountability and fix it. Y'all messed with my livelihood, which messes with my family. Never would I do that to anyone. So until they fix it, I won't back down.
Well, let me ask you, what does fixing it look like to you?
You see what Lee Daniels did? That man walked out on that stage publicly. See, you publicly shamed me. You publicly shamed me. So now you have to publicly fix it.
Amen.
Tyler Perry, you cost my family millions and millions and millions of dollars. And it is a beautiful thing when you tip somebody $3,000. It's a beautiful thing when you give somebody $400,000 because their house burned down. Those are good deeds. However, you know what you did to a black woman named Monique. So all of that, the universe is watching and saying, okay, we see what you're trying to do, but you can't fool us. And I don't believe I'm the only one. Of course not. But I'm not going nowhere.
Child, look, I'm Team Monique and all this, girl. Y'all know what my personal philosophy is. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. The more power a person comes into, the more wealthy, influential, etc. a person is, I believe the check and balances systems have to be even greater in order to keep that power domesticated. Thank you to my baby mother, Stacy, for those nasty piece of child support checks. If I was able to catch your live, love you even more, Stacy. Thank you, baby mother. All donation information is in the description box below, you guys. So I'm with Monique on this. You can't piss somebody off and tell them how mad to get. I mean, you can. Okay, you can't go Columbine. Okay, you can't go put the cap in somebody's ass. But you can hold a person accountable for what they've done. And what I like about the way Monique has handled her grief and grievances with Tyler Perry and Oprah, like, unlike a lot of victims, Monique didn't just stay in the victim bag. She has empowered herself. She held Netflix accountable and got her coin. She got accountability from Lee Daniels. She has continued to work. She has continued to work out. She has continued to work on her fupa and her cellulite. That bitch has poured a lot of love into herself. She has been a working girl. She has been a married woman. And she still got a foot on your motherfucking neck. See, baby, that's the type of full circle shit I like. You know, she hasn't allowed what has happened to her to be internalized in such a way that she's been completely enabled. Monique has been able to power herself back up, get back on her good foot, and keep the other foot available for the necks that need to be necked on. And what's interesting about Tyler Perry, to Monique's point, is that Tyler Perry's thin hair ass is out here paying Taraji P. Henson and other black talent what they should be paid, which is gaslighting to Monique, who was arguing the very same thing, 6-7 years ago. That was her big thing. Is, look, bitch, does it not count that I took a pay cut to do a project for my broke-ass friend, on top of the fact that I humbled myself for the sake of friendship, took time out of my life while I'm trying to raise kids. I got twin babies kicking around in my damn womb. I do precious, and not only do I make myself available and take myself away from my family and take a pay cut and take food off my table to do a favor for my friend, but I did such an exceptional job. I worked my role in such a way, despite the fact that I was getting paid pennies on a white man's dollar, to the point that my performance was not even impacted by my salary. And bitch, we won whole Oscars for this movie. And then y'all wanted me, on top of all that, to go fly to Italy and Brazil and Africa to do free press, which typically, yes, press is free for the project. Typically, the network, the label, the studio covers the hotel fees and the travels, but the work itself is in tandem with being a part of a project that you want to do well, obviously. But the nuance here is I've already gone over and beyond. How hungry and greedy are you fucking niggas gonna be? I've already gone over and beyond. At some point, does it not click in your head that y'all need to do y'all part? Okay? Find some way to give me some damn leverage, because I'm the only one handing out favors here. And for Tyler Perry to go and pay Taraji and pay plenty of other actors, including a mediocre ass pale actor like Derek Dixon, gave him a raise for free just because you didn't want him to clock your ass on the fact that you was trying to get in his draws. You gave him a substantial raise, and then was so slick and shady about it that you disclaimed it by telling him not to go tell the rest of his peers and cast members about this secret raise. You out here handing out coin, handing out money you got to well-deserving and undeserving ass talent, and then recently showed up at Angie Stone's funeral, gave a whole soliloquy at her funeral about how shady the industry is and how black talent is taken advantage of and how they're great of their dignity and great of their financial due diligence. And yet you have a woman out here who was substantially impacted by the gross ass smear campaign you and that damn greasy head Oprah and that Baphomet worshiping ass Lee Daniels led against her. And for Lee Daniels to be the only one to have made that shit right, Oprah demonic ass still towing the line, Tyler Perry still towing the line, while trying to represent himself as some high-valued, righteous, ethical man who's interested in elevating black folk, but you damn near took a black woman completely out of this mother, and all because she was standing on the same business that you've been encouraging Taraji P. Henson to stand on and Fantasia to stand down. I can completely understand why Monique is gaslit. To have somebody out here doing the right thing by everybody but you, and you're the one who's actually owed, is diabolical. It's diabolical. To watch somebody out here cosplaying as someone who has a moral compass and who has a conscience for black folk, and you led an unnecessary smear campaign against her, and you can't even bow down and at least apologize publicly and make the shit right. Lee Daniels is what a real apology looks like. It looks like a public verbal exoneration coupled with the work to repair what you did to a person. He done produced with her, directed with her. She done been on 2-3 of his projects since. Netflix paid her out, put her on Netflix. Monique is still that girl. Monique is still anointed. That little horror movie she was in, girl, was trending #1 on Netflix. Monique still brings the fire. Still a noteworthy, highly decorated talent. Tyler Perry and Oprah are full of shit. Full of shit. And they should be ashamed of themselves. And we, the consumer, should be doing more to hold Oprah and Tyler accountable, because to Monique's point, girl, if they could do this to her, a loud, fat, black woman who they know is going to be rambunctious about the tea, imagine how many more people Oprah and Tyler Perry have done this to. How many more people's backs have been backed up against the corner? How many more people's careers have been suspended and compromised because of these two greasy ass niggas. It's actually scary to think about the level of damage that the black boule in Hollywood have been potentially doing to other black talent, all because black people were having the audacity to stand up for themselves. And that's literally all Monique did, was stand up for herself and said, bitch, I'm not going nowhere. After I just sat my ass in a lazy boy and a goddamn bonnet for 3 months, bitch, and had to tap into my personal trauma in order to traumatize Precious ass on set, bitch, to make this a noteworthy Oscar-winning ass motherfucking performance and production, bitch. If you want me to go fly my big ass on Spirit Airlines, girl, and go pooch around the goddamn world promoting this motherfucking movie, girl, y'all gonna have to run me something that makes it make sense for me to leave my children and my promiscuous ass husband again, girl. Do you know how much shit I had to set aside to do Precious, girl? I had to trust my man and his dick alone. I don't trust that damn man. You know how much pussy my husband probably fucked outside of my goddamn presence, girl, for me to go do Precious. Do you know how many L's I took personally, baby, to come and do Precious? You know how much I got cheated on, bitch, to go do Precious? You know dick needs a leash? Girl, and mama had to go work, girl. You know how much of an L I had to take, bitch? You gonna have to run me my reparations, bitch. Run me my reparations. Run me the black card, Tyler Perry. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. Mama was a sacrificial lamb for Precious. I endured and sacrificed things, girl, that are unfathomable. Pay me for my pain. Girl, I am with Monique, girl. I'm to the point where I'm just like, Monique, girl, stop the press touring and go sue his ass. Go sue his ass. You can prove you already got the recordings. You got him agreeing that what happened to you was wrong. What was done to you was wrong. You got the proof, girl, that you were blackballed and people thought you were difficult and you was being given a hard time, girl. Take his ass to civil court, girl, and force a federal judge to run that up out of him. You can prove the way you were damaged. You can prove the way that your career, girl, was hindered by the black boule, by the black Illuminati. File your paperwork, girl, because God been with Monique, baby. Monique been traveling the multiverse, girl, gathering all the Infinity Stones, bitch. And if she was able to go up against Netflix and get her coin, girl, it won't even be a sweat off your forehead to get that up out of Miss Tyler Perry. Because, see, until Tyler Perry and Oprah do right by Monique, the Maui homes, them California homes, see, baby, all that shit gonna go up in smoke and flames, bitch. Lava gonna come for all of it. Until Tyler Perry do right by Monique, baby, Jared Dixon gonna be in his pockets. Brandon Wells gonna be in his motherfucking pockets. Baby, it's gonna be all type of nukes dropped on Tyler Perry Studios, baby, until he do right, girl, by the divine feminine. Okay? He will continue to suffer. Okay? He might remain rich, girl, but he won't remain rich and happy. That karma is gonna karma and it's gonna cycle. Miss motherfucking Oprah, wasn't that big ass bitch last year just in the goddamn hospital because she was oozing out diarrhea out of every hole? Girl, Ozempic done got the best of her ass. Them damn Manjaro side effects done got the best of her ass, baby. Until y'all do right by Monique, baby, y'all gonna be a shitty diarrhea mess. You gonna need bundles of toilet tissue, girl. You gonna need multiple accesses to multiple bathrooms, baby. You're gonna be running it out of your ass. And I'm here for it. I am here for it, girl. Nothing will ever trump the righteous, girl. I don't care how big you is, how bad you is, how rich you is, how famous you is. You don't have no immunity to the laws of karma. You don't. Karma just gonna look different from you, but it's gonna be karma nonetheless. So, Oprah, God gonna continue to give you loose bowels and loose guts until you do right. By Monique and Tyler, you're gonna continue to look like Dwight from season 3 and having all your hoes come out of the woodworks and sue you for millions of dollars until you do right by Monique. Baby, it's gonna continue to be up, honey. Repentance day has come, girl. This is the judgment of the Lord. Bow down, acquiesce, humble yourself, and go ahead and make that right. And not make that right just toward Oprah, but I mean to Monique, girl, but to all the other Moniques that we don't know a damn thing about. Because to Monique's point, I believe there are other black victims of the back boule. Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. Loose bowels on Prairie. What's going on, Chief? Hey Trey. What's going on, Simone? Hey Mel. Hey y'all. On Prairie, girl. I'm Team Monique. Team Monique. Now speaking of loose bowels, girl, y'all know Tory Lanez ass is tired of throwing ass in a circle. He's tired of being on his knees in Belize. He's tired of being on his back in Iraq. He's tired of doing something strange for phone time and email time, girl. J-Pay is costing him the elasticity in his pussy. So he's been down here, running down here to the federal courts, girl, to the appellate courts, to the Supreme Courts, the Congress, girl, the Trump. Girl, he's trying to get pardons, baby. He's trying to get Republicans, girl, to run his case. So oral arguments and a hearing were held 2 days ago. It's looking like it's going to be a no for me. The courts have already denied overlooking and reviewing so-called new evidence, which ain't been new evidence. But after this oral hearing yesterday from prosecutors and Tory Lanez's defense, his struggling ass cousin, uncle, brother, whoever the hell he is, sat outside the courts and decided to talk to reporters. And this is what Tory Lanez's uncle had to say about Megan and Tory and Kelsey. Honey, check out this soundbite.
Right? And so everybody was quiet and he was like, listen. He could have opened his mouth from the gate and said, I didn't do this shit, and we can whip it whatever. Because that's what it was, to witness everything. But to be a man and to be women, just shut the up, man. Just let it go away. And he got the shorty into the thing. You don't know Tory. You don't know Daystar. Exactly. If you think he just started this shit, his heart is so big, he didn't listen. He don't know none of these guys, none of them guys. I believe deeply in my heart that that night was a night that all of them could have handled themselves without getting anybody involved. Because it was just a twisted evening. You see what I'm saying? And due to the fact that Tory always wanted to be the problem solver. That's just him. He always wanted to be the one that solves.
And this is why you do not ever take the word of somebody's family members, girl. Because what the bitch who love you or conveniently leave out is how Tory Lanez had beat the hell out of August Alsina simply because August Alsina didn't want to dap him up backstage. Ran down on Travis Scott in Travis Scott's own goddamn dressing room. Punched Prince from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood in the mouth. He had just settled out of court and had to pay Prince for pain and suffering and his medical expenses just 2 months before he went to trial in the Megan the Ooting. And there were plenty of other instances of violence, including one of Tory Lanez's ex-girlfriend's baby mamas coming out and saying she had also been domestically abused by this leprechaun as well. So I'm trying to figure out, girl, where exactly are the examples of Tory Lanez ever being a problem solver rather than being the problem itself? Girl, I'm going to need you to run the Carfax on Tory Lanez being the problem solver. Because my grandma always told me, bitch, that if you happen to find yourself amongst 99 problems, the 100th one surely is you, bitch. You're the common denominator, okay? And on top of that, this uncle definitely is given that he drinks his liquor straight up out of a brown paper bag, girl. I could almost smell the liquor off the screen, baby. Drink it straight out of the bag, girl. All he does is pop the top. He don't even take the bottle out. He not a classy drunk, girl. He don't get him a cup. He don't get him a shot glass, girl. Straight out of the store, out of the bag, he goes to gulping. Listen to more of what he had to say.
I went home, and look, every year he'd give me $50,000 to send to United people for people to come home from prison. He said, find as many people as you can. They probably got $2,500 worth of tickets, or you know what I mean, to bring them home. You know what I mean? So this is what he was doing. I get on the phone and be like, man, who you know that's in jail, and I can help him get out. You know what I mean? But this is what he was doing with his money. And I said, just with his money, I'm about to go do a show. I got you. We better get some people out of jail, or who need backpacks, or who need clothes, who need jackets. This is what he doing. I'm in jail. I'm just making phone calls like, man, take them jackets, take them clothes over there. Go do this over there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but the man's heart is that big. This is what got him in trouble. The kill shot. When they was arguing, him telling her, hold on, this is not your friend. I her already. I slept with her already. And that's what started the whole fight. Everything, you feel me? That's what did it. When they got into it, when the girl walked up, you feel me? They went home, and look, and she like, why you arguing with my homegirl? She participated in the argument. He get upset, and he just tell her like straight out, like, why you believing in why you owe her? She ain't your friend. And then they say, listen, they don't even want to say that, you know, she was drunk and all what really happened because it's gonna her career up.
But you know, it's
her career going down the drain. She wasn't nobody. Really, that she was going up, but she wasn't bigger than Tory.
And you know,
she wasn't bigger than Kylie.
Oh, girl, he must still be drunk, girl. He must still be drunk, girl. Girl, the irony is that Megan made his ass an international superstar by putting his ass in prison. Now he more well known than he ever had been when his ass was out, baby. Megan is the gift that keeps on giving, girl.
I don't even see. She was just a girl there. They got up at the situation.
It's giving hater, girl. It's giving heightened estrogen levels, girl. It's giving heightened estrogen levels for me.
And they wanted her to leave.
It sounds like there's a hater on the line, girl.
They was having a good time.
Good
She was
job.
irate, faded. All right, come on, get up out
Baby,
of here.
these
Go ahead, go.
baby,
You feel me?
if anybody can get these ninjas deep in their feminine feelings, girl, if there is any black woman on the planet that is able to strike the nasty, who's able to strike the nastiest chord, girl, out of these red pill, manosphere ass ninjas, girl, out of these brown paper bag, liquor drinking ass ninjas, girl, it is going to be the queen herself, Miss Megan, baby. This man is out here femininely emoting in front of a federal building in a denim jean two-piece outfit, girl. And Megan got him completely out of his damn body, girl. He down here arguing who hotter on the Hot 100 Billboard, girl. I can't.
Leave. I invited Tory. Tory, you got to go with me. No, Tory can stay. They want you to go. You feel me? Kylie didn't want Tory to stay. They want you to go. You feel me? So then they got to wake her drunk friend up, the homegirl, and get up.
He ashy, asbestos all in between his fingers, eyeballs bulging all upside of his motherfucking head. Girl, and the white lady just letting him rip, girl. She just letting all the ligament rip, girl.
And she like, why you? So she get up halfway, think and just get in the car. No, but listen to this, though. Listen to this, though. Y'all paid attention. Then they leave, right? And then the down and he said, my shoe gone. I'm going to go back and go get my shoe. What the is going on? You rich as a but you want a Gucci slipper like it's gonna turn into a car. This is weird. I'm just saying though. But this is what they convicted him for. This is what they took this man's life for. So,
Tory Lanez, I'm so sorry, baby. I gotta reiterate and double down like I did on Monday when I got home, or Tuesday, whenever it was that we spoke. Baby, you need to continue to get real comfortable. You got 5 more years of hard-pressed federal prison time to do. You've gotten into so much consistent trouble that I'm convinced that you love being down there with them aggressive ass homosexuals. Okay? I told you how you need to breathe and relax all your muscles when Big Dick Derek goes to put your ass in doggy style and make you pay your dues for the day. I told you that you need to be working on in 5 years coming out with a tell-all book so that you can encourage all other short black leprechauns like yourself who are thinking about leading and leaving a life of crime about what's in store for them, which is the prison to pipeline aggressive homosexual felony convict. You know, that's going to become of them. Okay? Now you're going to be coming out a confused boy yourself in 5 years, girl. So instead of deflecting and all of this, just try to find some way to do the Lord's work with your circumstance by repenting and then building a career as an activist and save other young black boys' lives and tell them what's in store for them if they continue to live a life where they want to exploit and harm black women, which is that the white man system is going to make a down low thug out of them in the end. Okay? That's all that's going to happen, girl. Continue to bring harm to women and children. Continue to bring harm to the most vulnerable. And the white man system is just going to turn your ass into a down low thug after y'all get done with these 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 ass sentences. Okay? Chronicle to these young black boys in your tell-all book how difficult it is to relax into anal sex when you've never been into anal sex prior to your freedom being stripped from you. Tell them, baby, how it feels to be rambunctiously fucked all up in your damn ass without even consent or without even a damn two ounce bottle of lube to cushion the blow. Tell them, baby, about the way that their heart is going to be racing and the way they're going to be emasculated down there on them damn cell blocks when they are reduced to being some felon's bitch-made ass nigga folding their damn drawers and hand feeding their prison mate. Tell them, how their hearts are going to be heterosexual when they come out of prison, but their bodies are going to be homosexual, honey. And it don't matter. Hold on, y'all. The goddamn Doritos is fucking with me. Hold on. Bitch, let me wrap these Doritos up. Hold on. They dry me out. They dry me out. Tell them, Tory, that it don't matter after they done took 10 years worth of dick in their ass, whether they got a girlfriend to come home to, a wife to come home to, that while they may mentally be willing to lay down with her, your body ain't gonna never stop craving that dick, honey. You're gonna be in a psychological war, girl, with yourself. Your head and your ass gonna be in 2 different places, baby. When you're laying down with that woman and she laying on your chest thinking that she got a good husband and a man who done changed his life and done turned his life around, and now he's a pastor and a preacher, and he done turned away from a life of crime. He getting plugged in his ass by another man down the street, round the block, behind a motherfucking back. Baby, tell those black boys, girl, what the white man system gonna do to them, girl. It's gonna turn their asses out, baby. Okay, you spending all your time in the wrong direction, Tory. This is not about your freedom. This is not about Kelsey. It's not about the prosecution being corrupted. It's not about a botched trial. This is deeper than that. You have the opportunity. Hold on, let me sip, y'all. You have an opportunity to finally redeem yourself before heaven and to do something of substance for Americans. Okay? Because see, you came down here to these American streets and brought all of that damn Canadian hooliganness and all that Canadian hoodness down here to these American streets, girl. Okay? The country and the Lord is giving you a second opportunity, girl, to do something good with yourself. Okay? And your asshole is your contribution to your new identity. Okay? Which is a reformed felon who's now leading the charge against cleaning up the thuggery and the tomfoolery in young black men's lives so that none of them have an opportunity to make the same mistakes and go down the same streets and the same lanes, no pun intended, that Tory did, baby. I'm rooting for you, Tory. I understand the assignment in your life. I see what the Lord trying to do. Okay, but you don't seem to know what the Lord is trying to do, baby. And after this appeal gets wrapped up once again and you get nowhere because the trial was fair, the evidence against you was so preposterous, bitch, that honestly, trial should have been wrapped up in 24 hours. You never had a chance, okay? And the gag about it is, hold on, y'all. The gag about it is, you working harder in the aftermath of your verdict than you did, bitch, during trial. For somebody who didn't even take the stand, girl, you working harder in the aftermath of your verdict than you even did in real time, where it would have mattered for you to speak up for yourself. If you were so goddamn innocent, why you just didn't take the stand, baby, and say that, look, bitch, we popped Megan Thee Stallion accidentally, even though I don't believe it was accidental. I believe exactly what Sean Kelly said happened, bitch. You shot at that lady intentionally. I believe Megan, who looked in your face and saw you shooting her. Guess who else corroborated you shooting her? Kelsey, who was standing right behind you. Who said that Megan was looking dead at ya. And she found herself standing in the pool of her own blood. But at the very least, all this would have made a difference then. But you didn't bother throwing that weak ass shit up against the wall. You know why? Because you already had apologized for what you did on a jail call. You had to apologize to Meg in a text. So why would the motherfucker who didn't shoot nobody be apologizing over and over and over and over and over again for something that he's saying he didn't do? Tory, sit down, baby. And I do mean sit down on Big Dick Derek's dick, where you been spinning the block at, girl. Okay? Just continue to perfect folding them clothes and mopping that goddamn prison floor and perfecting your doggy style and missionary positioning, girl. And just find a way to loosen your motherfucking muscles. Okay? So that you don't need a goddamn doggy bag hooked to the side of your goddamn hip, baby. Once all them damn big-ass, aggressive, homosexual felony thugs are done with your ass in 5 years, girl, okay? If anything, bitch, I would be praying that the Lord be a fence to my pussy. Just hold my pussy together, Lord. I'm a sinner. I deserve what has happened to me. All that I ask, Father, is that you bestow some mercy unto my pussy. Be a fence to my pussy, baby. That's all I want. Is a little bit elasticity to last me to the end of my days when these niggas done with it. Hold my pussy together, God. Hold it together. That's it. That's all, girl. Okay? And you'll be lucky if the Lord grants you that. So I'll be keeping y'all updated, girl, on what becomes of this verdict. Y'all already know Tory is cooked. He been cooked. All the other appeals done been wrapped up. It ain't gonna be no different here. And hopefully Tory will take my advice and just go ahead and write that tell-all like I've been asking and instructing him to, girl. Because that's what the Lord wants for him. Turn this into a testimony, girl. Turn Bussy Chronicles into a testimonial, child. It will help many of black men who don't want their anal virginity snatched from them either against their will because they don't know how to respect a woman. Moving along. Speaking of women, bitch, and the divine feminine, I could not be prouder of the divine feminine, girl. The divine feminine is locking these ninjas up. The divine feminine, girl, is locking themselves into damn Supreme Court houses and political chambers, bitch, standing on big business, girl. And it don't stop there. The divine feminine done jumped their asses into an Indiana woman by the name of Nathalie Rose, okay? 50 years old, who was arrested Saturday after posting threats against Trump on Facebook. Authorities say the divine feminine then traveled from New York to Washington, D.C. with the goal of having Trump eliminated. The divine feminine didn't even try to hide it. She straight up tagged the FBI in her post. She wrote, quote, "I am willing to sacrificially unalive this POTUS by disemboweling him and cutting out his trachea with Liz Cheney and all the affirmation present." My God, today, bitch, I live for this type of gangster baby. The level of zero that were given, girl. And the fact that this woman wasn't, the fact that she wasn't even all talk, the fact that she actually took the last bit of her Social Security check, girl, and pooched her ass from Indiana to DC, girl, to act upon thy will. I am hollering. This is like the damn third assassination attempt on Trump's life, girl, in 6 months. What, 6, 7, 8, 9 months? Within a year, basically. 3 damn different assassination attempts, girl, and these people keep getting closer and closer and closer every single time, girl. I know J.D. Vance got to be somewhere getting ready, bitch, to be the president. J.D. Vance just playing the background right now, girl. J.D. Vance know that is only a matter of time, baby. Okay, he's sitting quietly. He getting ready to do his big one, girl, and he's just ready to get the news any day now, child. I wouldn't even be surprised, girl, if J.D. Vance is the one paying these damn people to do this. Okay, that would be the gag, girl. Is all these are J.D. Vance little do boys and do girls standing on big business. 50 years old, girl, and ready to lose it all. Overdoing the work of the universe, baby. Okay, clearing it for Medicaid. Clearing it for the veterans. Clearing it for the disabled. Clearing it for the DEI, girl. Okay? Baby, the citizens doing more than the Democrats and the liberals are, girl, okay? This supposed to be the energy of the damn Democrats, baby. I want to see some insurrections. I want to see some nuclear explosions, baby. I want to see shit on fire. Baby, this is the action of the people, girl. The people say, girl, if you want something done right, you got to do it your damn self, okay? Now, people in the comment section were here for Miss Nathalie Rose, okay? They were saying, girl, you should have moved a bit more in silence, girl. We with you. But you should have moved a bit more in silence, girl. But y'all know, pale people real privileged, girl. They think they got qualified immunity in the whole world, girl. So, you know, they're a bit ignorant and a bit more emboldened than black and brown and people of color, child, okay? They just know they born with qualified immunity, girl. So they're going to show their whole entire ass because of their privilege, shy. All right, girl? But the people in the comments, girl, let me read y'all some of these comments, girl. Some of these affirming comments, child. Somebody said that's my homegirl, Nathalie. She's good people. Free her. Okay? Another user said, but when Hulk Hogan threatened to assault the VP, it was crickets. I hope he's enjoying hell. Free this lady. Another user said, it's almost like people are tired of what's happening to democracy. Another person said she was standing on business. I don't know how she was going to kidnap a 6-foot grown man, but I see where she was headed. Someone else said she's an American hero. Free her at once. Someone else said stop telling people your plans and just follow through. Just follow through with them, girl. Someone else says took one for the team, girl. The whole team. Free my girl. She is invited to the cookout. Make sure you prepare her barbecue plate first. Someone else says a true patriot. Someone else says, girl, let's talk about your plan because we can tighten it up. Okay? Someone else says she was just doing God's will. Free my auntie. Okay, baby. The people are here for it, girl. The people are here for it. Don't nobody got on a Christian cross. Don't nobody remember the New Testament, girl. Everybody done put their morals aside, baby. Okay? And the people have decided that they gonna cheat on the cheaters. They gonna abuse the abused, baby. Okay? Fire for fire, smoke for smoke. 0 times 0 gonna equal 0 every single motherfucking time. And I can't say that I'm mad at it, girl. Because the way America's set up right now, girl, it is so pitiful and so sad to see our already dense, barely holding on as country just fall right into the damn tunes of it all, child. The Republicans done turned this motherfucker every which way, but goddamn loose. America is completely unrecognizable at this point. And I'll tell you the part that I'm the most surprised and shocked at is that it only took 6 months to do this. The fact that it took 6 months to make America as unrecognizable as Tamar Braxton's new face, baby, that is pretty goddamn epic. Hold on, y'all. The fact that Trump just said the other day that his plan practically to stay in office is that he's just going to start a war. Because you guys know, as long as we are in active war, that the president has to stay in place, child. So be prepared for if Trump's frail diabetic induced body holds up for the next 3.5 years, girl. The plan is for him to stay in office, girl, until he hits the coffin. That's what the plan is. That's why they are redistricting DC and many other states. They are preparing to sabotage the midterm elections. Trump is planning to arouse a war towards the end of his presidency so that he can remain in office. This is why him and Putin have been meeting, girl. They're gearing up for this, y'all. And I've been saying since Trump won that the Dems and our political officials who are supposed to be pulling out all the works to get in front of this, I think they've really underestimated these people's strategy. These people are disobeying federal judges. They are disobeying the law. They are breaking the law. What they're doing is unconstitutional, and they don't give up. And there's nobody there to hold them in power. I guess the good news about that is whenever the Dems do reclaim the Oval Office, girl, they know what they're going to be able to get away with. But the problem is, girl, the way that these people have strategically set this thing up this time around, they're trying to make sure that Dems never get access to the goddamn Oval Office. Never get access to Congress. Never get access to the Supreme Court. This is supposed to be the final run. And it's supposed to be a Republican utopia, girl. For decades and decades and decades and decades and decades on out. These people went as far as to plan an entire blueprint called Project 2025, girl, to map out how they were going to not only get in office, but they were going to seize it and hold it captive. These people are not fucking playing. They are maliciously outside they mean motherfucking business. They are willing to lay their lives and their freedoms and their reputations completely down. At this point, they're not even hiding their agenda. I don't know what the Dems are going to do if their strategy is to play fair with people who are playing illegally. So God be with America. God be with America, girl. The people trying to pop Trump ass, and he's probably going to end up popped at some point. But at this point, Trump ain't even the point anymore. He's powered by an entire cult who already have every other player put in place to continue on the legacy and division for these extremists who have taken power. So we'll see where all this goes. But I'm here for the attempts, girl. They affirm a hope, girl. And unfortunately, it's probably going to come down to a bloodbath. Very aggressive means are probably going to be taken in order to rectify what's taking place, child. So y'all pray for your country. Moving along. Because speaking of prayer, girl, Atlanta and all of social media is having a bunch of mixed reviews because Atlanta men are going viral right now because they're wearing mini skirts as a bold fashion statement. According to Baller Alert, a couple of men who have gone viral for wearing mini skirts while walking through the streets of Atlanta, turning heads and sparking debate online. But here's the twist. They say they're not even from Atlanta. So the question remains, is this the new Atlanta swag or just some out-of-town influence shaking up the city-style scene? Okay, I wish I could share my screen with you guys. You guys may have already seen this. I do have an image of them in my thumbnail of these two men who are rocking what is supposedly a unisex skirt. And baby, it's skirting, girl. These niggas look like Beyonce and check up on it. Okay, in their skirts, girl. They're in polo shirts with skirts and tennis shoes and tube socks, girl, and dreads. I am screaming. Now, apparently, a fashion designer who is making a line of quote-unquote unisex skirts is promoting this unisex skirt and using these models. And now social media is in a whole conversation, and there are, of course, people who are here for it, and there are people who are just waiting for the second coming of Jesus, okay? Waiting for God to send the flood, baby, okay? Saying that, girl, we are in Babylon, all right? Now, what got my particular attention, because you guys know gender bending in fashion has been going on for a minute now. Young Thug done been all up in fucking wedding dresses on his album cover. Kanye West done been in kilts. So the gender bending thing has been coming back into style in the mainstream culture for years now. But there was a reaction video to this done by a bohemian weave wearing ass light-skinned woman who seems to be very disgusted seeing these black men in these unisex mini skirts. And matter of fact, I think she did commentary. So let me play this for you all. Okay, no, so there's no commentary. She's just rolling her eyes.
And you know, the fuck what? This has already ruined the day I haven't even begun to have. I guess we can't have anything. That's it, ladies. We can't have a fuck thing anymore, obviously. Because every single thing we do, y'all insist on entering the chat. We can't have shit. How the fuck did you get my favorite top with the fucking skirt to match? Like, how? Listen, Atlanta and Atlanta only. What the fuck is going on? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? We cannot keep letting y'all get away with this time after time after time again. And the question remains, who is going to be the men? Who's going to be the menses? Who?
Okay, now go hold on. I'm gonna try not to snap because my original reaction was to snap. But now that I'm in this energy, I feel a little bit more lighthearted, but I still may snap. Here's my issue, particularly with women having an adverse reaction to men being in skirts. It's the double standard for me. And y'all know I'm the king of reminding people of double standards, okay? So I'm fair across the board. Just like I be here for Megan Thee Stallion and all her promiscuity, and how men be liking to do the whole thing, and I be reminding that niggas are hoes too. And that if men can be sexually fluid and participate in hookup culture, women can too. Okay, 1 + 1 = 2. I gotta call out the double standard here. Because women didn't have nothing to say when Aaliyah was around here and Tommy Hilfiger boxer briefs, sagging her drawers, sagging her clothes, clearly being androgynous, clearly adding masculinity to her fashion aesthetic. Women didn't have no motherfucking outrage around the brat who in a full face of makeup and barrettes and got on Timberlands and baggy shirts and baggy clothes. Like, women had no outrage over the rapper Eve running around as a rough rider, running around with the boys on doom buggies with a bald head, being a nigga. So our MC Light, our Queen Latifah, I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on about all of the notable women in the industry and in the mainstream space who have played on androgyny, who have blended masculinity and femininity, who shop in the boys section, who wear boys clothing, who will pair a boy's shoe with a girl's pant or a girl's shirt, who will pair a man's pant with a girl's heel. Like, this gender bending shit been going on. Women been indulging in the gender fluidity of it all. Women been slipping and sliding. Women been transforming. Women been mastering in the art of confusion. So I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing. I don't want to hear a damn thing out of the women's community about niggas in heels, niggas in wigs, niggas in lipsticks, niggas in weave, niggas in skirts, niggas in rouge, niggas in nothing. I don't want to hear it. TLC, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Women been doing this shit. Did you hear anything from the men's community? Did you hear us over here outraged? No. Been letting women eat pussy, been letting women be bisexual, been letting women do whatever they do. Every time, particularly black men, do anything that's unconventional, do anything that is considered not socially normal, here we go with the damn congressional hearings, and here we go with the fake selective cherry picking outrage. Here we go with it. What's good for the goose, baby, is good for the gander. If niggas can be hoes, women can be hoes too. If men can be in leadership, women can be in leadership too. If women can be androgynous, niggas can be androgynous too. If women can pair up girl and boy clothes, men can pair up girl and boy clothes. I can have a Barbie doll and a G.I. Joe in the other hand. I can be both handy. Let me be both handy. It's the hypocrisy of our fake ass wannabe democracy for me. Okay? I'm here for the people, girl, doing what they do. Okay, niggas want to be in skirts. Hey, just cross your legs, baby, when you sit down. Okay, I don't need to see all up inside downtown. So all I'm gonna ask the niggas to do is cross your legs when you wanna be in a skirt. That's it. That's all. But what is the problem? And what is the outrage? Okay? And why the fuck even are... Nope, I ain't gonna even say that. I ain't gonna even say that, girl. But the hypocrisy be loud as hell. The cherry picking be loud as hell. And I ain't really here for it, girl. And shout out to these straight men who are gaslighting the fuck out of society and showing just how hypocritical society is, showing how fake and foolish society is. And it's just creating all these conversations simply because they've assumed full autonomy. I'm here for it. See, to me, this is what masculinity really is. While most people interpret masculinity to be big and muscled and boyish and all this kind of shit, what masculinity is to me in principle is the ability to not give a fuck. That's how my personal masculinity has represented itself to me as, is the ability to not give a fuck. And I realized that this is largely while even women are attracted to my androgynous ass. Because I'm a man, I play in motherfucking makeup and hair. I think those things are feminine. I don't think those things are assigned to women, because men were wearing makeup before women were. Men were wearing skirts and heels before women were. Heels were actually made by men and for men. Initially, go back to your ancestors and go back to ancient Egypt and go back to pre-colonized Africa. Our ancestors have always adorned themselves in clay, adorned themselves and decorated themselves and creatively and culturally represented their truths aesthetically, whether that be through piercings, through body modifications, tattooing. None of this shit is new. None of this shit is new. And ain't nothing new under the motherfucking sun. Nothing is new under the sun. It's the same truths that are just being washed and rinsed, washed and rinsed, washed and rinsed, washed and rinsed and repeated. And it just depends on who's in power that determines what's really normal. But all these truths have always been in the world and have always been a thing. So, I forgot where the hell I was going, but I'm here for it. I am here for, the I don't give a fuck factor. So I realized that the greatest gift of masculinity is not my ability to have a deep voice or my ability to have access to heightened levels of testosterone, but it's the ability to not give a fuck. And this is what even women find themselves attracted to me over. I mean, yes, I am an attractive man, but considering that I'm a gay man and considering that I have a unique fashion sense, when I've talked to women and gotten into like deeper conversations with them about like, why are you attracted to me? What it always comes down to, beyond the obvious, oh, it's attractive, you good looking, blah, 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 is the fact that I have a unapologetic sense of self. That translates as courageous. It translates as bold. It translates as complete and whole to women on an unconscious level. And this is the same principle that makes women largely attracted to bad boys. It's not that women are attracted to bad boys because they're attracted to men who break the law and men who ain't shit and men who do the wrong thing. The founding principle of a bad boy is his ability to not give a fuck. That type of confidence is what's a turn on. That ability to not be self-conscious and to be clear in yourself. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That's the shit that turns people the fuck on. So you'll find women attracted to gay ass men. You'll find women attracted to bad boys. You'll find good boys attracted to bad girls. Because The confidence level is really what masculinity truly is as an energy. That ability to not give a single fuck. And I even worked this principle, y'all, in my own life. When some of the women in my life, especially like the young girls who are coming in and they are a little bit too emotional, they're a little bit too self-conscious, they're a little bit too whiny, etc., I always get them to spend a bit more time with their male cousins and their male relatives so that they can learn how to regulate emotionally and be more cerebral. When I see the men, the young men in my life, who a bit more like they're too hard-edged, they're too critical, they're too heavy-handed, they don't know how to be soft, etc., I always get them to start spending a bit more time with the women in their life so that they can learn the balance and learn how to be gentle, learn how to be meek, learn how to be elegant. It's all about balance for me. So when I see out of balance people, I put out of balance people with the opposite party so they can learn how to integrate those traits. So an insecure person, a self-conscious person, they need to be around motherfuckers who don't give a fuck. That's how you cultivate and stop that intrusive thinking, that self-conscious thinking. You can't learn how to come out of that by being around other self-conscious ass, overthinking, intrusive thinking, indulgent ass motherfucking people. So masculinity is hilarious. These millennials and young people coming into the world, girl, they are on some death-defying shit. They are in their truth bag, for better or for worse. I like it, I love it, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the freedom of women. I'm here for the freedom of men, baby. I want everybody to be free. Y'all would never get me to participate in finding nothing motherfucking wrong with people being in their freedom and people being in their autonomy and people being in their self-actuality. I don't give a damn whether it looks different than the way I would have it look. I am here for people being free and people owning their lives and people living their lives. As long as they ain't harming themselves and harming nobody else, I don't give a fuck, baby. Do you, honey. Walk your shit. Do your shit, girl. Because when I was in Philly, bitch, I was doing my shit, bitch. I was in my gladiator sandals, girl. I was in my 40-inch Afro kinky curly hair, girl. 2 shits to the wind, baby. And was getting all the compliments, girl, from the niggas and the bitches. I had women passing by me like, oh my God, I love your shoes. I have those shoes at home. I said, you got good taste, baby. If you got my shoe in your closet, bitch, you got good taste, bro. Without a fuck to give, and people were here for it, girl. Stunting. I was stunting in Philly, girl. Living in my life, honey. Okay, so this outrage is hilarious, but it's interesting to watch black men grow up. It's interesting to watch black men reach for their freedom because black men have allowed themselves to be just as locked up by patriarchy and misogyny just as black women have. So to see both sides growing up, to see both sides reclaiming their time, reclaiming their bodies, reclaiming their blackness, reclaiming their identities, girl, it's orgasmic for me, y'all. It's orgasmic. It's so orgasmic. Oh, yes, I love it. Oh, it's so love it. I'm here for the black freedom of it all. I could go on and on and on and on and on all day, but I am so here for it, child. I love it. Anyway, we'll continue on that discussion because I'm sure the discussion will continue to go on, girl, but I'm here for the niggas in skirts, okay? Tommy! Y'all know we had Tommy on the docket last time, girl, because her hair was towed up and botched and unhealthy and looked like chopped liver, girl, and she thought it was looking real good, and the internet flamed her ass up. Well, Tommy is back again, girl, because she felt a way about this TikTok couple or this TikTok duo who do mukbangs, who recently found themselves sitting in a restaurant. A black SUV came crashing through the restaurant where they were sitting. All this was captured on live stream, etc. Both influencers were taken to the hospital. They had minor injuries, cuts and bruises and scrapes, etc. And I believe that it was the female who had gave thanks to the universe and to her deceased dog. who she believes is the ancestor now, looking over her, is one of her guardian angels. Well, Tommy from Love and Hip Hop, Tommy from Baddies, okay, Tommy from Zeus, Tommy from The Conversation, found herself outraged over this couple giving glory to the universe and to their deceased dog rather than God. So check out what Tommy had to say, child.
They'll be living. And then you get people like that who get a clear, you get what I'm saying? Just a clear blessing. And you just sitting up here talking about thank you to a fucking puppy. Then you don't want to say God so bad, you say thank you to the universe. But hold on, let me address something real quick. So I seen today where some food critics, right? They get their ass knocked across the room because a truck ran into the restaurant, right? I go to this whole page, this whole time, thank you to the universe and her dead puppy, because her puppy is now an angel for saving her. The way y'all motherfuckers play with God, bro, this won't be your last time having a brush with death, my love. And we already know you're not thankful, because ain't no way in the fuck a dead puppy gonna be an angel. And if he is an angel, who he an angel to? Who made him an angel? Y'all motherfuckers is weird, and y'all need to be seen about. Bitch, I'll slap the shit out of you if I ever see you.
Now, this is somebody who's correcting somebody else about God, but is cursing profusely as she puts God in the same language of her profanity, in the same sentence of her profanity, and someone who's correcting someone else about God, who has the capacity to arouse violence against somebody else, when Jesus vehemently denounces and denies violence as a way to correctedness and a way to justice. This be the type of sidestepping Christianity girl that got the Christian pews empty these days. This why people don't fool up with the church girl, because it's been too many Tommies who made up the church mothers and made up the congregation. Too many blatant, explicit hypocrites, girl, on they holier than thou bullshit, while talking the sacred name of God, but talking about whipping ass, beating ass, calling a motherfucker a bitch, a hoe, etc. My God, today.
You pissed me off today. Thank you to your dead puppy. You goofy bitch. Thank you to your dead fucking puppy. What the fuck be wrong with y'all? Is this more than anything? I got some people that I feel like deserve to be here, that deserve to be living.
Wow.
It just don't seem like it's time. Not questioning God or whatever. I just feel like certain people deserve to still be living. And then you get people like that who get a clear, you get what I'm saying? Just a clear blessing. And you just sit up here talking about thank you to a fucking puppy. Then you don't want to say God so bad, you say thank you to the universe. Well, who made the universe?
Baby, a lot of people don't like saying God, because even me, I interchange God in a universe, God and spirit, God and baby, I will even say whatever the hell you want to call it. Because the word God has become so convoluted and attached to that word because of religious zealots and religious heathens like Tommy have polluted that word so bad that a lot of people don't even like what that word even means now. Because typically when people use God, it's authoritarian, like it's from a place of shame and condemnation. So people who be on the lighter side of the God conversation, they be on a light and love shit, like they found alternative language that haven't been polluted so terribly, like the word God. Now, she goes on to rant. And I said in the comment section, I said, and who made the daughter that Tommy physically abused? Who made the body that she allegedly altered with drugs and surgery? Who gave her the life that she's used to exploit with reality TV and violence? Who made them women that she shot BB gun pellets at? Who made Jocelyn, who she tried to run over with the car? Get the F out of here with the cherry picking God-ish, as if any human can dictate other people's experience of spirit. So I'm with a lot of y'all in the comment section. What the hell? Why are you so triggered, especially as a non-holy person yourself, by someone else's personal preference and titling of God? Like, why are you so pressed? Like, I ain't seen one Christian yet who's able to prove their God more than any other damn God of any other religion. She can't call her God down no sooner than anybody else can call their universe down. Like, it's very clear to me that the Abrahamic faiths are cults, and they're filled with cult members, and it proves how egotistical and carnal and fleshy religious people are. And this idea that any one group has the deep entitled to a force, to an energy, to a personality, to a principle that is beyond all human understanding is like wild as fuck. The fact that any one group really believes that they have the deed in the title on something beyond human scope, beyond universal scope, beyond cosmic scope, beyond scientific scope is wild to me. And the fact that it's the most contradicting, messiest of humans who are leading the charge against somebody else's God while advocating for her own, while actively talking about how she wants to slap, whip, and beat the hell out of the bitch and hoe who referenced God as the universe and her dog. You can't make this type of shit up, y'all. You can't make this type of shit up. It's what I be more gagged at is how unconscious people be. Because people just be emoting and emoting and emoting. And I'm just like, girl, you don't even hear it. You don't even see it, and you don't even hear it, my love. And I just be gagged at how blind and how self-righteous. And it just becomes comical to me. Tommy, since you love God so much and your God is so brilliant, can you revert your entire body back to God's original image and vision for it? Because you looked in the mirror and decided the doctors needed to get to work. You couldn't even appreciate what God freely had given to you for someone who's so intact and so in touch with the Lord. Girl, you can't even talk the toothpick out of this TikToker's eye when you got an entire telephone pole stuck in your shit. Okay, girl, go sit your ratchet lace head ass down somewhere and find you a 1-800-DSS call number to get on to, girl, so you can get custody of your children, bitch, and work out all them goddamn CPS charges you got pending to get your motherfucking ass, bitch. Okay? Moving along. Last but not least, girl, Target reportedly lost $12.4 billion in marketing value after backlash over canceling its $2 billion DEI pledge sparked nationwide boycotts. What started as a one-day hit has now turned into a steady decline, with sales, traffic, and stock performances slipping for months, you guys. Target has been targeted, girl, and she is imploding. To make matters even worse, Target CEO officially has stepped down as revenue continues to plummet due to ongoing boycotts and inflation. You know, and I'm here for it. I ain't got no problem with it. I was never really a Target fan to begin with. Target was never that girl. She never really got my coin in any particular way. I never really understood the Target fascination. I guess Target was just a way for middle class people to feel better than lower class people who had to shop in City Trends and Piggly Wiggly instead. I don't really know what the wave was. My only thing with this whole Target cancellation is I don't understand why we're not controlling all of the black dollar at this point and collapsing the entire system, because this should be happening to Walmart, this should be happening to Apple, this should be happening to Amazon, this should be happening all across the motherfucking board. The black dollar is the dollar, baby. Okay, we bring in trillions of dollars as consumers per year. There are trillions of non-coordinated funds coming out of 13% of the population. Do you understand how powerful that makes us? Do you understand that we essentially are a fucking Thanos on this competitive capitalistic ass chessboard that we're playing on? So, I mean, I love all of the damage that we're doing to one particular company, but baby, we should have a goddamn whole hit list at this motherfucking point. And we should be targeting the entire system, and we should be doing it with purpose. We should have our ransom notes, you know, a purpose and a reason for why we're doing this. We should have our list of demands. Since we're capable of standing on business, since we're completely capable of collapsing the system, no matter how many white consumers there are in the world, bitch, our dollars matter so much, bitch, that we're running companies into the ground. CEOs are stepping down, bitch. They're having to sell Target at this motherfucking point to the lowest bidder. If this is not a wake-up call and an affirmation that 13% of the fucking population is on motherfucking fire, bitch, and we are superheroes, ho, and that we can strategize politically with our economic advantage, then I really don't know what the fuck is. I don't know what the wake-up call is. Because we know that America and practically the world is really all business. That's really what this shit all comes down to. Fuck all the culture shit, all the God shit. At the end of the day, girl, the world is a big ass piggy bank, and this ultimately, girl, is what runs the world. It's resources, revenue, and currency. We have always had an immense opportunity to control our narrative and to leverage ourselves solely with our economic privilege. There needs to be more intentionality going into what we're going to do with this economic advantage, what we're going to do with the reality of how powerful 13% of the population is in this country. And there's more railroading and redlining that we need to be motherfucking doing. So I want to see just more intentionality go into our money. The way that we could lobby, the way that we could literally set ourselves up politically with black dollars is, I mean, it's lunacy. It's beyond the beyond, girl. When they say that we are better together than separated, girl. Talk about the power of being unified when we have this much reach and this much authority. So, to snap for the kids, but it's time to take this way beyond Target, girl. We should have been doing all of this even to force their hands when it comes to reparations, girl, because really, they can't move without us. America can't move without black consumerism. And that's why they snatching everybody else ass up off these streets but niggas. We ain't going nowhere. We too essential to America's foundation. We're too essential to America's economy, even as captives of war, even as prisoners. We add to the economics of America. The prison industrial complex is one of the largest chunks of our banking and economic reality. That's why we keep building more prisons to accommodate more prisoners. Girl, for better or for worse, whether we on good behavior or bad behavior, bitch, we add to the pot. We add to the pot. Now imagine us being conscientious. Imagine us being intentional. And imagine us honing in specifically. Just imagine. Just imagine. Yeah. I'm with all that. I'm out of here. I gotta go. This was a great show. Hour and a half. Almost 2 hours. Amazing. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Tell a friend of 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 a friend. If you enjoyed yourself, Cash App, $Consciouztv on Cash App and or PayPal.me/Consciouztv. Email me, auditor@consciouztv@gmail.com. Sign up for Patreon. Follow me on Instagram at Consciouztv. Consciouztv every motherfucking wow. And tell me what you all think in the comment section. We need all the engagement, etc. Girl, we back just like that. Don't call it a comeback. I love you guys a long time, and I will see you all later. Peace.